Never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place. Yeah, I got my player traits. And never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place. I don't know why you bitches always seem to get things twisted, trying to trick me and force their agendas. Understand I'm not that nigga. I got bitches everywhere, waiting on my call right now. If you seem to get out of bounds, then you find yourself not around. I don't fuck with a lying bitch. I'm too legit for that bullshit. These bitches lucky that my name ain't here with a if. But this bitch I got right here is gonna take your place. Yeah, I got my player traits. And never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place. Yeah, I got my player traits. And never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place.
Put the good weed in rotation. Break a bad bitch in formation. Waited all night for the right time. Now the lights down and she shaking. Yeah, I gave her my whole heart, and all the bitch did was just break it. Had to switch the role, now switch the hoe. Split them like a Garcia Vega. No, I'm not a pimp, I got player ways. Young boss, paper chaser. Putting bitches over my bread, no way. Keep her loaf like a baker. She got the tongue ring and a navel. Put her on the table, and life was sensational. From a profile, you would think she a thought, not an intellect with conversation. But then again, I digress. We been smoking that pressure, you feel in your chest. From being with your ex and seeing what's next, you know this as good as it gets. You quit, know when we fuck it's a mess, yes, then I got a jet. She love how I keep it so player, it's not what I wear, I inherited that.
Yeah, I got my player traits. And never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place. Yeah, I got my player traits. And never let a bitch get to me. Always have a baddie on the way. Drop a bitch when she get out of place. I'm so obsessed with the quest that it is so absurd. I hope I don't end up in the back of a hearse. I'm focused on my time that I had left on earth. I hope my mama never had to put me in the dirt. I'm contemplating getting a couple bitches, have them in the fucking kitchen and they cooking up that word. You think I'm tripping, but I am so disturbed. I'm fucking twisted, I'm so sadistic, but I'm a mystic. Just in case you missed it, pay attention, shut up and listen. I believe in God's high and mighty godly existence. Ayo, 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 ayo. Tryna get my money right, just listen to my songs. I'm gonna be a movie star on your radio. Ayo, 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 ayo. I'm tryna get my shot, I'm aiming for the stars. Sleeping on me now I won't know just who you are. Sleeping on me is a really foolish thing.
This is Erek Loyd in the building with a great fucking show coming up.
I want you to know that I am going
Woo!
to blow.
Guys, I am excited here today, okay? First and foremost, I am trying to get I'm trying to update I'm trying to put this whole test in the description box, okay? Just to check and see if you, my friend, are a hoe. And we're going to clear that or not. We're going to go over a couple of things of wife material and hoe material and figure out which one you lie. You understand what I'm saying? So give me just a second. I do want to start by the regular shit as we do here at this show. I want to say holla to you motherfuckers.
Damn, what a big old ass. What's the mathematics? What's the mathematics? Your mama, can a brother holler at you? Holler, holler, holler. Holler at you, holler, holler at you, holler at you, holler, 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 holler. You brother, can a brother holler at you? I know a little, are you gay? I know a little homosexual Mexican love to have you, boy. You spending bucks, big bucks, big bucks, big bucks. Love you, have you, love you, have you, love you, have you.
That shit is crazy as fuck. You know, basically, I was watching some videos today. And I seen this clip, which, goddamn, I didn't even add in the show. That's crazy. I'm just now realizing the clip that inspired me to do this is not even in the motherfucking show. Okay, anyway, I got inspired by this. This started a conversation between me and my baby mom, where I disagreed with her. I didn't like the response that she gave me. And it's basically saying that hot is looked at in a sexual tense, whereas beautiful is looked at in a wife kind of sense. Like, we want to fuck hot, but we want to wife and marry beautiful. And some women have an issue with that. They want to be all of them. And that's the problem. Us men don't think that way. Like, yeah, we think you're hot, but that does not mean that we want a future with you. And a lot of women get that twisted, not really understanding how a man is. Now, I did do a video saying how to understand a man better. Okay, I'm not finna cover that right now, okay? I'm finna determine whether or not you motherfuckers are some hoes or some housewives material. And because of that, I had to say, fuck it, we are going live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Right. Fucking thing sucks!
I'm still attempting to change the description box so I can have that test that I do have available. For those of you that's watching live, hopefully I can get it updated while watching. I'm going to try to stop doing this shit on my computer because I'm fucking shit up. Shit is freezing and all that bullshit, and I ain't got time. For those of you motherfuckers that's currently watching, make sure you hit the like button, because I will slap the hell out you. Hit the like, damn it. That's the only way this channel is going to survive. That's the only way we can go somewhere, damn it. Now, I'm feeling excited about this, goddammit, because I'm getting results. And the only way I can get results, if y'all's nasty, stinking bastards, hit the like, all right? And speaking of which, don't just be quiet in the motherfucking chat room. Speak out, bastards. Please, Lord have mercy, okay? If you got something to say, I don't give a damn if it's racist. I don't give a damn if you agree. I don't give a damn if you disagree. Say it in the damn comments and say it with your motherfucking chest. Hell, I'll say it with your stinking ass.
About this on the show before. You have African-American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you.
Oh, this says fucking hypocritical, you bastard. So, let's move into the actual show. And the question is, what's a wife? Now, First and foremost, give me just a second because on my notes, I'm personally sending myself the link. Just got it. Now it's going to freeze up some shit. So let's give me a second and we're going to go into what is a wife. Now, real quick, a wife is a married woman considered in relation to her spouse. Duh, her and his wife are gardener keepers. I don't know what the fuck that mean, but amen. Okay, so now that I got the clip, I'm finna update the system. Y'all bear with me so that y'all could have the damn, and all y'all gotta do is just exit out the video and restart it to actually get access to the clip. For those of you that's watching this shit late, you late bastards. It will be in the description, so you ain't even gotta worry about all this bullshit. All right, anyway, so that is what a wife is. Now that I'm updating this, bear with me, guys. Usually I have this shit together, and I apologize about my unprofessionalism, but we're going to do this the right way. I just want to make sure y'all don't just take my word for it, and y'all get the hoe test. That's what it's called, the hoe test. And you just answer the test honestly. Don't try to not sound like a hoe. Answer it the honest way and you'll get it the right way. So, you know how I like to do my shows? I like to get the actual definition. Some of y'all motherfuckers like, why is this nigga showing me the definition of a wife? Well, bitch, it's because I need niggas who's living under a rock to have an idea what the hell we talking about. Okay? So, there's another term called wifey that children like to use nowadays. Let's figure out what the definition of wifey is. Now, wifey is an affectionate or sometimes condescending way of referring to a person's wife. The musician is shown smiling at his future wifey. Okay, that's how it condescended in the way some motherfucking kids decide to be like, oh yeah, that's my wifey. Oh, that's my hubby, boo boo. Okay, they ain't gonna last long. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. They ain't gonna last long. Now we're gonna have the slang version. I had missed to it. Okay, this will be because Google had, I don't know what the fuck it was about my specific subject, specifically when it came down to hoes. Okay, Google didn't want to define that for me, so I had to revert to slang. So slang, as far as wifey, is a girl that is always there for you, the one that you were destined to be with. See, hubby, you want to chill? No, I'm gonna chill with my wifey. Oh, I mean, okay, all right. That's basically more or less what the hell the terms are used for nowadays. I don't know what the hell Google talking about. That's his wifey in a condescending way. Like Google is so out of touch with slang, it's ridiculous. So the question is, how to be a wife?
You're gonna say to someone, all right, I want to be a wife. How do I become one? Like, what would you tell them to do? Go ahead.
Is it Ali? Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I can't speak for all men, can't speak for your husband. However, I can tell you about me. So if I came back from work and I was stressed, all my other half would have to do, if I had one, would be nothing. Like silence, chill.
Okay.
There's not even that much pressure on you to like just have something ready for us to eat together. Yeah. And then just chill. You don't need to ground me or anything like that. Like I've been grounding myself for 35 years. I'm very, very good at grounding myself and all the rest of it. Just don't add to the stress.
That's more or less what we ask of women. Hey, just be my peace. You know, don't cause extra stress on me. See, a lot of women, what they do is they have their own personal demons and insecurities, and they take that out on their partner. Now, that's men as well. That ain't just women, but that's men as well. And that's the problem that we're faced here at this specific moment. All us men really want is to be appreciated and admired. So, men honestly can tell whether or not you're wifey material within seconds of talking to you.
It's been told a man can tell if a woman is wife material, and
Facts.
you can.
100%.
I can see if a woman's
Obvious.
wife material. You can tell
100%.
how she carries herself, her values, and that's why some women, I don't think they deserve to be courted, because I'm like, you're just giving yourself out there. You're disrespecting yourself. Why do you expect anyone to respect you?
See, that girl was cute. Why do you expect anybody to respect you? Bitch, some women have got the game twisted. Expecting niggas to respect them, like, bro, the fuck, when I can smell off of you that you're fairly easy. Now, here's the thing. What you need to be asking yourself and watching this to figure out whether or not you are a hoe. It is okay to be a hoe. We're going to cover what a hoe is and all of that. But if some of these things, as far as wifeys, something that offends you, clearly you're not the wifey type. And this is what us men are going over, what we consider wifeys. Let's be clear. There is a leverage game when it comes down to women and men in relationships. In the beginning, women have the leverage because we want sex. So once we get sex, a couple of times where we get used to the female, to where we could do without, or, once we get to that point, the leverage is taken away from the female. So then the man has all the leverage, especially if the girl is crazy about the guy. He has all of that specific control. The leverage then shifts when the guy wants to have an offspring, because the woman can determine whether or not she want to have an offspring or not. Now, in the state of Georgia, if it detects a heartbeat, bitch, you ain't got a motherfucking choice. Okay? So with that being said, yes, women have the right to say whether or not if they want to have a baby or not. Even though if you shoot up the club without telling the baby, hopefully it's consensual sex and not a rape situation. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. With that being said, the leverage gets shifted. And after that point, once you've had children, or that per se child, the leverage then goes back to the man, because now the woman is expecting to get married. In most cases, they want the marriage beforehand, but niggas who know. Niggas who protect themselves and guard themselves know. Okay? Then that leverage goes to the man, who at that point will determine whether or not he want to give half of his shit to another bitch if they decide not to work out. You understand? He has to be certain that he's going to be with her for the rest of his life. So let's check out what a husband has to say about making a woman wifey material. What makes a woman wifey material?
What makes a woman wifey material?
Okay, that's easy, babe. Number one, a woman needs to respect her man. A man doesn't need love. He needs respect from his woman. Number two, the woman needs to admire him. The man wants to feel like, you look up to him, you respect his decisions. That's what I mean. Number three, although in a marriage, right, you're both working together, the man has the ultimate responsibility to take care of the household. So the woman and man both need to know their roles in the house. And number three, a woman's got to be faithful. You get me? Like, you can't be worrying about who you're talking to at night. And that's it. Easy.
I agree with everything the man said. If I am looking to have a wife, I am looking for these per se things. I want respect. I want to be admired. I want the woman to be on the same exact page as I am. Even though we are a team, we must know our place, which is a big trigger for women. I've said that to multiple women. Know your place. Know your place. And the thing is, if I wasn't so hell-bent on taking care and providing for my family, a woman would have the right, if I didn't, to say, know your place. You are supposed to grab your fucking balls and take care of this family. I would have no reason but to be upset. I wouldn't be overstepping my boundaries, trying to do her job, especially if it's my job to provide for my family. So this worked both ways. We want to be admired, and most men don't get admired because it's all about the specific female. Wifey material is those that put their man before them, which is crazy, but that's what we look for. See, if you do that, then that shows that you're going to always have my back no matter what. And honestly, some smart men need those reassurances before he decides to sign his life away and commit his life to only per se that woman. So what makes a girl wifey material is the question.
I just think for a girlfriend to graduate to wife status, like she would have to have demonstrated first loyalty, commitment, femininity, to be an actual like serious support to me and bring like advantage to my life and actually make my life better. Do you get what I'm saying? And not just detract. And I think most of the times when you deal with a lot of modern women, they don't care about that stuff. They only want to get with a guy that is high value because they want resources and protection. And, you know, let me just sleep with him every now and again and that's it. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that has to be shown over some period of time. That has to be believed by your male counterpart in order to perceive you as wifey material. You must show some kind of care for him consistently for him to feel special and wanted. And to be honest, ladies, we are always looking for that as men. Always looking for our woman to admire us, to glow us up and all of this stuff. This is what we're looking for, especially when it gets down to couples that live together. Now, this is a clip of a woman that is wife material.
Essentially was a stay-at-home mum for a year for maternity leave. So what that would look like is whenever he's getting up to go to work, I would make sure I have food ready for him. So his breakfast is ready. At the time, you know, I've got a 3-month-old, 6-month-old, however old she was at the time. But I'd always make sure that he left with his stomach full and would come home and his stomach is full. We'd spend time together as a family when he comes home from work and then do it all again tomorrow. So, and I really enjoyed that part. And I actually got to be, you know, more feminine. I wasn't as stressed.
You'll be surprised. A lot of women are out here trying to compete with men, not understanding that we, as far as prehistoric times, have been made and bred. Our bones and our muscle structures are made in a way to be different, to do specific jobs and specializations that we were put on this earth to do. If that's the females being nurturers and taking care of the household, and that's men going out and killing the fucking animals and bringing it back for food in the jungle, that's what it was. I don't know. I really know what happened, honestly. It was around the World War II, World War I area, whereas all of the men got drafted out to war, potentially getting killed and slaughtered, and I just left the women to fend for themselves, the women to fend for themselves with the children. And that's when, you know, you've seen this photo of this woman. If you're an American that went to American school, you see a woman standing strong like this with a goddamn shit on her head and all that bullshit. That started the push for women having that equal rights of, hey, we can work just as hard as you guys and we can do this and bring the money into the bill. That's when this started to happen. And you come to find out that it's so much easier to just do the main course job that is expected of a wife. Let's say a at-home wife, not unless you don't want to be stuck at home. You can get a job as well. But if you got a man that makes substantial amount of money that can afford for you to be at home, you'll find that life is so much more enjoyable and easier when you take advantage of what you was put on this earth for. You get what I'm saying? Nigga, I need to go to the gym, Overlord. You talking about flexing them guns. I need to go get these guns checked out in this motherfucker. And to be honest, my shit is fucking up because my damn box is supposed to be up here. Y'all supposed to be able to be seen. So I don't know what the hell going on with that. Anyway, so with that being said, let's move on to the next clip. I done just forgot what the hell I was. Oh Lord, you done fucked me up, brother. You done fucked me up. Now, this woman is definitely wife material. I'm probably on drugs or something. I'm tripping.
Excuse me. You look good.
Thank you.
You look just like very like classy. You got the nice bag, nice slacks. You look business casual.
Oh yeah, I was just leaving work, so.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was just coming out here to go to my car. So
Your car?
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you. So what made you like have conversations with me like cuz most girls they just walk off and they don't want to talk to me.
Well, I'm not that type of person. I feel like
Yeah.
be nice to everybody.
Yeah. So you don't have a boyfriend?
No.
You're not looking for a boyfriend?
I just got out of a relationship.
Dang.
Honestly. He cheated on me, so.
I wouldn't cheat on you, you know.
I feel like cheaters say that.
So like what do you look for in a guy like?
I like guys that are generous and like put others before themselves.
Yeah. Do I seem generous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you up too much longer or whatever. I didn't expect you to talk to me. I thought you were really gonna be a gold digger.
No.
I was just wondering like if I can see you another time, like.
Yeah.
Well, I already got your Instagram, so I'll hit you up.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
All right, bet. I'm Kilo, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice and respectable. Don't seem too easy. Don't fall for the okie doke. Yeah. Yeah. Confident. Have values. Oh, yeah, he cheated on me. I know I'm better than that. Okay, boo-boo. Got style. You see how she carry her purse? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, wives require marriage. Hoes don't. See, if you got a woman who's worth being a wife, I will say this like I've said it in the previous show. First off, it's either two reasons why a man doesn't want to get married. It's because of his biological clock, financial clock, or the fact that he just don't want to get married to you. Okay? There's only two reasons why men wouldn't want to get married. We could give a damn about marriage, but for the most part, we have a financial clock when it comes down to marriage. Women have a biological clock, which means at a certain point in their life, they want to be married. They expect it to be married, especially when bearing children, which they're already on the time limit because the older they get, the more dangerous it is to have a baby. So, with all that in consideration, women have a biological time frame when it comes down to getting married. Men, they must find themselves in a comfortable financial stability place to even provide, with the addition of putting on a good wedding that will be remembered for the rest of their fucking lives. Hopefully they can do that once, maybe renew their vows when they get some money later down the line. Okay? But the difference is a wife will require that. A man will be like, you know what, fuck all that shit. I'm going to have to do it regardless, or do the best I can and put myself in position so that somebody else don't walk into the picture and marry her and give her what I could give her. Or the nigga just don't want you. And that's the problem and misconception that women don't understand when dealing with men. It's up to you to figure out which one is that.
Women who are quote unquote wifey material do not ride the carousel, run the streets for years. They have standards. They require commitment right away. Listen to the video.
I mean, every woman wants to be married. Who wouldn't want to commit?
You can be too.
Huh?
You could be too.
If I found the right man that was respectful.
No, ma'am. You're not a wife.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because you were with somebody for 13 years and didn't require marriage. That's why.
So you think a woman should require marriage?
I think wives require marriage.
And how would she require it? I would love to hear that from you.
Well, she doesn't fucking live with
you're teaching me something.
Because she doesn't kick it with somebody for 13 weeks, let alone 13 years, and live with a man.
Just saying. He's not gonna be with you for fucking 13 years and not pop the question or any of that. He's just fucking with your ass because that's the best he can get right now. And you still foolish enough to deal with his ass. So, with that being said, it's a lot of women that are not even wifey material. And as men, know that it's a very rare thing to find a woman that is a wifey material. Now, this is the scary thing about for you females. And when watching this, I want you to, we have 4 sections, I should have explained a little better, of the show. We have the wifey phase, which we're almost finished through. We have the hoe phase. We have the men phase, and the woman phase. That's the 4 phases of the show. Just to explain that to you guys before we move forward. Okay? So with that being understood, let's see what men think as far as the percentage of women that are wife material. Let's check this out. Now, before we get to the actual bottom line of it, men, put in the comments and tell me what you think of the percentage of women that in the world or wherever that are actual wifey material.
What percent of women are wife material in 2022?
She got a good 8, you know.
8%?
Yeah,
Hold on,
a
what
good
was the
8.
question?
Wife material.
Wife material?
Yeah.
Hold on. How
gotta
many?
think about what
percent?
culture we in.
What percent of women are wife material?
Yeah, what percent of women are wife
Shit.
material?
Yeah, man. You say 8%?
A good 8, bro.
Okay, 8% is cool. I thought you said, okay, that's good.
See, I'll give them a little bit more than that and say about 15%. There's a lot of human beings on this earth. And there's a lot of people who, you know, I will say out of my lifetime, I've seen very select few wifey material people. And my crazy ass, I was very attracted. I look like an uncle right now, okay? I don't know what the fuck happened, but I turned into an uncle real quick looking ass, okay? I used to be fine as hell, not anymore, okay? That's why I talk ragged now. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to sound proper and, you know, cool and all. No, fuck that. Y'all gonna take it how you gonna take it. Goddamn, I don't give a fuck if it's attractive or not. Bitch! Okay, we're gonna cover calling you bitches and hoes and bitches, okay? But do not let your wife hang out with a guy friend.
One of the things that guys need to understand, when women talk about going out with somebody, if it's a chick, she's going to say, I'm going to go out with my girlfriend, right? If it's a guy, what she'll say is, I'm going out with a friend.
Yeah.
Okay? So she told you flat out she was going with a guy and you let it happen. And that was your first mistake. So what you should have been doing is like, well, hold on a second. What are you doing, you know, hanging out with guys? Oh, well, you're just jealous, Mike. Like, you know, why are you trying to control me? I'm not trying to control you. You're my wife. And I don't deal with women that hang out with guys from their past.
Yeah.
Right? So you put your foot down. And you're going to get out of life what you tolerate. So this has gone on now for how long?
I'm sorry. What the fuck nigga is allowing their wife to go on a hang out with another nigga? Any nigga that been around the motherfucking block know better than to have they bitch be friends with another nigga. Talk about secure and all that. Fuck all of that, bitch. I done been one of them niggas acting like your motherfucking friend, real cool for a long ass time until your nigga slip the fuck up. I'm giving you advice to leave that motherfucker, and I'm creeping right in and hang out and smoke and shit. And it's very successful. Okay, I was known as Mr. Steal Your Girl for that tactic alone. What kind of goddamn fool is going to allow that to happen? And the nigga done told you the keywords. See, a bitch would be like, oh yeah, I'm going out with my girlfriends and chilling with, you know, Erica and Guanisha and LaQuisha and all them bitches. You understand what I'm saying? But she'll be real vague. Yeah, I'm just hanging out with a friend. A friend? Who the hell is that friend? Have I met that friend? Bitch, have you told me the bitch's name of that friend? Where did you meet the friend? Can I get the friend's social security? Can I get the motherfucker's address? Can I get something, motherfucker? Social security, that's... Can I get some kind of information on the motherfucker before my wife goes out and deal with that? Hell no. Because I'm telling you, all it's going to take is for y'all relationship to go in the dust. We done seen it multiple times on movies and TV shows. Families and shit, wife is all go out to a bar or go out and hang out with a nigga that's at the house while the husband is on vacation somewhere working or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? And then the wife just gets all sad and shit. They're drinking. The guy comforts her on the back, and then next thing they know, they having sex in the middle of the living room. I know we done all seen that a million times. Not my wife. You can kiss my nappy headed ass goodbye. I'm not my wife. Bitch, niggas, I'll kill you. Because I know what it is. Niggas, we are, especially if you're straight, you better be gay as hell. And even then, some straight niggas will go as low as acting gay to do that. Not the hell I'm not playing around. Bitch, I need to meet your friends, all of it. If one of your lady friends got an Adam's apple, we got a motherfucking problem, okay?
But why can't it be my job? Why can't it be my job? I got a fat ass and I know how to make
Not
money
my wife.
for me. Why?
Someone else's wife.
Why?
Can I be someone else's wife and do that?
This is what you want to do. You want the benefits without the consequences. Like the consequences, men aren't attracted to women that shake their ass on a pole outside of a one-night stand. They're not attracted to that long-term typically because historically men had to ensure paternity.
So I'm at carnival and I'm shaking my ass. I'm not wife material.
No. Can I ask you? No.
Bitch, what? Because I got the fat ass and I can shake it on a pole. Bitch, what? I got a motherfucking pole in my motherfucking house right behind you motherfuckers. But what? At a carnival. Lord have mercy. This is clearly that bitch is from the UK, and clearly they got UK ghetto fabulous bitches out there. I didn't know that until now. I'm just realizing that they got LaQuishas in the UK. What ain't that about a bit? Baby, why the hell did my baby mama tell me about them kind of bitches out there? Lord have mercy. Lord, sister LaQuisha. Let me tell you something, baby. You are not wife material. If you are saying because you shake your ass and because you got ass, baby, don't mean that you wife material. Let me tell you something, ladies. Okay? We do not think that bitches on the internet, bitches that show their ass, bitches that twerk on the internet, we want a wife. We don't want them bitches. We don't want them bitches. First off, it's only to bust a nut. That's why we like it. Okay, for most examples, if we see a bitch shaking her ass on the internet, we are most likely going to follow because that's free ass posted on social media. What do you want us to do? It don't mean we want to date the bitch. I'm not trying to meet this bitch's family. I'm just trying to see some ass from time to time. It ain't that deep. It is not that deep, ladies. Okay? So I'm just gonna shake some ass so I can get some attention. If that's your mindset, baby, we're not seeing you. We're seeing the meat packages and all that. We could give a damn about your damn face unless we're sick and we're thinking about ejaculating on it. Okay, this is real X-rated. Okay, if viewers' discretion is advised. I'm just saying. So please do not try to level up and think that you're a wife material by looking like lustful bitches on the internet. Because I guarantee you, after that nut is busted, we gonna turn that bitch off and move on to some video games and some shit that's more relaxing than this. Okay? Please, I'm trying to tell you, hoes, it ain't you gotta please do not put yourself on that level. We don't think that as hoes. Okay? So let's take a look at marriage versus hoes.
You know what a man needs? A man needs both. A man needs his cake and he eats it. A man needs a woman who he knows is going to be by him when he's sick and going to nurse him when he doesn't feel well and wait for him when he goes to jail and who loves him with all his heart. But he also needs a bunch of fucking hoes. That's what a man who's true to himself wants. Cut the garbage. He wants a woman who is his ride or die, maybe two. Then he'll go out and bang girls he barely knows. And he wants everything.
Now, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I don't give a fuck. Okay? I've said this in every damn relationship that I thought was serious. Hey, would you mind, at some point, once I got successful, that was the way that I could pose the question. Once I, get successful, you get a couple $1 million, you make them, when we live our life, at a certain point, would you be okay if I got a second girlfriend? Even though you would be the wife. You would be the wife. It's just, I'll get a second girlfriend and we'll be good. What the fuck? Erek, what the fuck? No, I done been there multiple times. And I'm like, hey, it's not that. I'm just joking. Then when they don't take it too well, I'm just joking. Damn, it's just a game. I'm just joking. It ain't even that damn serious. Bitch, goddamn. Instantly, I knew we're not going to work out. We're not going to make it. We're not gonna make it. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna make it. Okay? So every man would want to be able to have multiple women, right? But it would be different if a woman was like, "Yeah, can we get another boyfriend? Bitch, have you lost? Who the fuck?" And that's where women be like, "Yo, that's what the fuck? No, that don't even make sense. That's not right. That's not equal." We're going to cover equality, and if you motherfuckers still feel that way, later down the line in the woman portion. So stay tuned, stick around. By this point, I will have chapters included into the live stream if you come to the live stream late. Make sure you skip to the woman chapter if you on that equality bullshit, because we're going to cover that later, okay? But we're going to move into our next portion of the show and ask the question, what is a hoe? So for those you motherfuckers, read with me as I read aloud, okay? Hoe. A girl. I'm sorry. Hoe. The mother of a student who throws a paper at a teacher. Student throws the paper at the teacher. Teacher said, whoever threw that paper, your mama's a hoe. Now, I seen that. I had to add that in the show. And then I had to go an extra mile and add this.
What you say? What you say? What you say? I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
You gonna be hanging? I want you to read us. You gonna be hanging?
Listen, your mom's a...
I was like, bro, that is wild, bro. That's wild. We're going to play it again for some of you niggas that missed it, okay?
What you say? What you say? What you say? I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
You gonna be hanging? I want you to read us. You gonna be hanging?
Listen, your mom's a...
Hey, them kids was tripping, boy. Hell no. But let's get to that question. What is a hoe?
The only reason I would technically classify someone as a hoe, my definition, unprotected and not getting tested. What's your definition?
My definition is sleeping with a plethora of people. Like, it doesn't matter, unprotected or not. The concept of hoe is, and what I don't like is, people can sleep whoever the hell they want to. It's your own body. I don't give a. But if you're getting trained by the whole basketball team and the bench, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you a hoe. Like,
but what if they all wearing protection though? I think that's her body, her choice. That's her.
I'm sorry. This nigga clearly is not used to having bitches because protected, unprotected bitch. What about porn stars that wear protection? Are they not hoes? And I hope I'm not offending no porn stars out here. I hope you wear the hoe badge proudly. If you're making money from it, I don't know. Maybe you ain't a hoe. Okay? But let's get. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew I was muted like a bastard. And none of you niggas said anything. You watch it, you ain't said shit. Okay, let me take this shit off. Okay, because I was talking shit about the nigga before I moved on. First off, that nigga ain't had a bitch. You talking about this nigga talking about, if you sleep with a whole bunch of people, you to get trained as long as you use protection. That nigga ain't had no kinds of bitches in no time, okay? Because all of us know, nigga, if you get trained by a bunch of people, you are a hoe, Okay? Now, just put this out there. If y'all are confused on whether or not you are a hoe or not, if you sleep with multiple people, ladies, you are a hoe. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You a hoe. I'm sorry to put it that way. If you still made it this far and still don't know, I hope I just answered. If you slept with a multiple amount of people in a short amount of time, you, my friend, are a hoe. Okay? So let's go back into my damn show before I fuck this shit up even more. The question is, what is a hoe? Now, my dumb ass has sat here and read this whole damn thing, so I'm not finna keep this up the whole time. Okay? My nigga Sean Thompson is in the motherfucking building. What's going on? What's happening, my brother? The nigga has come from the dead. Stop the presses. Sean Thompson is in the building here today. And I don't know why I call you Thompson. Your name is Thomas. Sean Thomas. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry I've been fucking your name up blatantly this whole time. On accident, because I clearly did it once again. Sean Thomas. Welcome back, my nigga. Where'd you get these podcast topics, nigga? From my ass. I just sat down and thought about shit to talk about, and here we are. The question is whether or not if these hoes are hoe material or wife material. That's what we got to get down to. No problem, Sean. You are a pillar of this motherfucking community, and we ain't shit without you. Same thing to you, Overlord. I recognize you motherfuckers are here. Nigga said, I like Sean Thompson too. Well, brother, if you let me let it fly, everybody gonna let it fly, okay? All right, so let's go into, since y'all read that portion of the show, what I wanted to get Google's actual definition, so I went ahead and put whore. That is an ugly word. I know hoe is an ugly word too, and I prefer hoe over whore, but let's figure out what is a whore. You understand what I'm saying, brother? I got Erek Loyd is out here making the most of these damn making the most interesting pods. You know what, brother? I'm trying. I seem like I'm drunk, and I haven't drunk nothing. Okay, I'm sober as shit. But I feel like I'm slurring my words. I feel like I'm a little discombobulated. And I don't know what's going on. But here we go. Let's go. Let's go into it. So a whore, a prostitute, a person who is willing to do anything to get a particular thing. He's a shameless publicity whore. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess so. So that's the definition of a whore if you niggas lived under a rock. So the question is, do you hoes want to be hoes? Okay, I answered that the wrong way. Do you want to be a hoe is the question.
Well, my answer to that, I would look her in the eyes. And I'd look the bitch in the eyes and I'd say, do you want to be a hoe? Because if she answers yes, then she's broken. You have to understand, bro, because I ain't got time to waste, my friend. So if she comes at me with that shit and I say, listen, do you want to be a slut? Do you want to be a hoe? Do you want the world to view you as a hoe? Do you want all the men who have fucked you to think of you as a hoe? Do you want me to think of you as a hoe? Do you want your father to be disappointed? Do you want your future men to think of you as a hoe? Do you want that? Because if the answer is, well, yeah, good. Then you ain't shit. Bye. Streets. But most women will say, well, no, I don't want to be a hoe, but. Well, there is no fucking but. Because the but is then you don't take a bunch of dick, isn't it? That's the but. The but is you don't act in a manner which is.
Because of today's society, they're going to say, they're willing to not take a bunch of dick if you don't fuck a bunch of pussy.
Correct. And that's where you have to make them understand the biological and evolutionary differences between men and women.
And nigga said, no, goodbye. You're for the streets. This nigga is goddamn cold-blooded. Now, the more I watch him, the more I agree. For some reason, I was programmed to hate this bastard. And I was like, hold up. Now, before I do a video, because I was going to do a whole live stream with videos armed to slice this motherfucker. I got some video footage that I might end up recovering at some point. But the more I come to realize, I agree with what he be saying. I agree. And you need to ask these hoes. Most of us don't need to. But for the most, we can smell it off a bitch if you are a hoe. Most times you ain't gotta ask, but sometimes you got to. And then some people, no, I don't want to. But when it gets down to it, they got these hoe tendencies. And the thing is, you don't wife hoes. Just don't.
Because if a woman is a whore, right? She will come in and fuck up your life. Like there's stats that show this, that once she reaches a certain body count, marriage doesn't work. And girls that are promiscuous tend to have really bad habits, which are not conducive to a good relationship.
They're fun to party with.
What's that word?
etc.
Succumb?
Succumbence? Is that
What are you
like
talking about?
demon that sucks your soul?
Succubus.
out?
Succubus. What the fuck? That's a female demon.
But there's
Close
a
enough.
bunch of data that shows the more promiscuous a woman is, the less likely she is to be a stable partner in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Damn. Now listen, I don't watch him enough to know where he gets these statistics from. So I'm not going to just back him up on that. But I get what he's saying, and enough for me to put it on the motherfucking show, clearly. So, yeah, hoes, women who are more experienced, I don't want to go there because I got a story of a young lady that I'm not going to go there. But hoes, yeah. All right, so men don't want to wife a hoe.
So, the whole point is this, right? It's like, listen, men, especially when you become successful, you like to play. And we like to play with hoes. But the thing is, like, niggas ain't, and by the way, some do. But usually you see, after a while, niggas ain't trying to wife the hoe or have the hoe really as long-term. Y'all in Miami right now. Bro, nobody want to be with no chick who done fucked every rapper, nigga.
I appreciate you, Sean. This is why I fuck with you, dog. Because you ride so hard for the damn show. Make sure you motherfuckers hit the like. Overlord Bastard, make sure you hit the like, please. Sean Thomas, make sure you hit the motherfucking like. Everybody, hit the motherfucking like. But I appreciate the work that you do, bro. Sometimes we have down moments where we got to check the fuck out. And I appreciate you at least coming the fuck back and enjoying the damn show. It's all about this damn community. I love you, brother. I just want you to know that. I appreciate your ass for coming in the motherfucking show. Hold up. Because, goddammit, it's about that time. This show is going completely off the rails, let me just say. Because I still got a lot of clips to do. We 52 minutes in, and I probably got a whole hour left to show. So, this is wifing a hoe. And we got to put an end to wifing hoes.
So if we're gonna say that it's a manipulation tactic for men to talk about if he's a bin guy and he says he's a footballer, but you still sleep with him, like he said, why are you sleeping with someone like that? But if we're gonna do it the opposite way around, then if women lie,
it's like wifing a hoe.
Yeah, so basically, if you lie about your body count, then I find out. I don't care if it's 5 years, 6 years. We could have a kid. You're going. Do you know why you're going? Because my relationship was built upon a lie. The same way you slept with a guy that was built upon a lie. Before you can say to men what you're saying, make sure you are not lying about anything. And right now,
lies.
No. A lie is a lie. And right now, a lot of you girls are lying on here.
See, women are lie to the motherfucking end. Okay, and let me be clear. I'm not making the show to hate or dog on women. I'm trying to make sure there's a level of understanding, build a level of conversation so that we could talk about it. I don't want this to be solely just men viewing it, men expressing how they feel. I do want and expect pushback as to why I'm doing this. So please feel free to say some shit, okay? And listen, it ain't no shame in being a hoe.
What you say? What you say?
What you said?
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
And if your mama's a hoe, I'm sorry. It's no disrespect or nothing like that. But sometimes it is what it is. It ain't no problem in that. Okay? So, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? That's the big question. Can you turn a hoe into a wife?
Can you turn a hoe into a wife?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, because then if you look at all these rappers, they're doing it all the time. 24/7.
Yeah, but if you look at rappers as your idol, then you're idolizing celebrities. We don't look to rappers as our...
Of course, but in terms of looking at people who are turning hoes into housewives. They're the majority of people who are doing it.
How long did the marriages last?
Probably not long, because if you're looking at Kanye West and King K, for example, that didn't last long at all.
So then these are very bad examples to use. Very bad examples.
Then she's not a wife.
Yeah, she's just short term.
She was a wife. She was a wife, but she's not a wife.
Y'all done caught me in a goddamn smoke break. And you know why I feel a little loose? I feel a little... I'm coughing on camera. This is gone completely off the rails. Okay, I feel a little loose because I'm not going to tell my business. Yeah, I need to keep my fucking mic on because it's the second time I done muted my motherfucking self. I'm tripping. Thank you, guys. This is why I need y'all in the motherfucking show to support your brother, because nigga, I'll be talking the whole time. Ain't nobody knowing what the fuck's going on. But listen, this is the motherfucking community. I don't know where Sheree stankin' ass is. I done sent her the motherfucking link. She should be her ass up in here. Okay? This is a great date. I'm glad my whole team is in this motherfucker. Make sure you guys not only hit the like, but make sure you motherfucking share on your social medias so that we can get this show going in somewhere. I need communications and conversations going on. I want to do Kevin Samuel shows for 3 motherfucking hours. You understand what I'm saying? For 3 hours, okay? Yeah, y'all can hear me now. I know I'm back on. I'm back plugged the fuck in. All right, so once again, there's a young lady that says you can turn a hoe into a housewife.
Partners a woman has sexually, the higher the likelihood of divorce, not being able to last in a relationship.
What? He said studies show that women who have many sex partners won't last in marriages or in relationships. I don't know where he got his information from. That's all bullshit, right? Studies show that a woman will sleep with 6 men per year. That's what studies show. Now, as far as a woman being promiscuous, you know, when we're younger, we tend to do things. It's our exploratory phase. Men go through it. Women go through it. There's nothing wrong with a woman exploring as long as she's keeping herself healthy and she's choosing wisely when it comes to men to sleep with. So as far as him saying you can't take a hoe and turn into a housewife, that is bullshit. Well, it depends on what she's hoeing about.
Sean Thomas. Kevin Samuels is that nigga. Period. Point blank, period. But I'm going to respond to this young lady. I agree with you. I agree you can change a hoe into a housewife. Okay, so I didn't want to go into the story because it's quite personal, but I think it's best that I do. So there was a young lady that I was dealing with, that I used to try to hit on, and she was a very, I could see sheltered kind of chick, innocent, kind of like she was in this long relationship and I was in my prime. I'm in my peak, chiseled jawline, abs in my motherfucking ass, hidden. I was a purebred dog. I would go after any and everything I like. That's bad bitches and that's booty switches, okay? It didn't matter because I had my options open. I was going through bitches like there was no motherfucking tomorrow, okay? I had my whole stage, right? So there's this young lady. She had an ass out this world. I'm sorry, no disrespect to my baby mom, but she had an ass. Okay. Tried to holler at the chick. She wasn't fucking with me, but I consistently kept going. Like every time I would see her, which was rarely, I still at least left an impression on her. I would probably give her free drinks here and there. I'd make little jokes like, "Okay, you're still with that guy?" Okay, just remember, whenever you decide to leave them or whenever that goes south, you got somebody over here. So at a certain point, she seemed like her life had changed a little bit. She started to gain some weight. She started to get a lot more acne at this point. We're grown at this point. She's also with her eyes showing me interest. There's a certain thing that a woman will do with her eyes when she's like interested. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I instantly know when a bitch is interested in me by the way she looks at me with her eyes. Her eyes will do something differently than it ever did before, and I got that signal from her. And then of course I went to trying to get the chick's number, and you got to check out my Instagram for that. To check out my old pics. Oh yeah, you got to go to my Instagram for that. Just look up Erek Loyd on Instagram. Add me, okay? You can just go back. I got him in there, so you'll see it, motherfuckers. I graduated in 2014, so you got from 2014. You can move up to 2017, 2018, I kind of disappeared. So from 2014 to 2018, I was in peak condition. I was beautiful, okay? And I had bitches, okay? I had bitches, okay? All right, so let me finish the story because I got a whole show to do, and I'm still going through the story. Long story short, she was interested. I then got into relationships. I didn't know that she was a hoe. And that was upsetting because I wanted to actually have a relationship with her. But because I was a dog, I accepted the fact that she was a hoe anyway and treated her as such. So we end up having these moments. The fucked up thing is that she expressed that she was a hoe. I knew that she was a hoe. I knew that she was sleeping with multiple people, but yet we were talking. And then she caught me hugged up with another chick outside some weeks before that. So she stopped talking to me for like a couple years. Okay? Well, I done put on some weight, and I know I'm handsome. Thank you. I appreciate I appreciate that. All right. The thing is, I put on some weight, and I do know whenever I do slim down, I look like a damn model sometimes. Okay. All right. So right now I'm just not that kind of person. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, I keep saying that, but long story short, she stopped talking to me for some time. After she seen me hugged up with somebody else, which confused me. I thought we knew what it was. Anyway, at this point, she started talking to me again. This is right around the same time I was talking to the mother of my child today. I was trying to settle down and relax, trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay, with my attempts, but knowing how she is, she's like, oh, I'm just dealing with multiple people right now. Still the same shit that she was on, which I'm confused about. Come to find out, she ended up getting killed while I was talking to her. And from what I hear from insiders is that it was her on a sexual quest. And a guy just went crazy, snapped and killed her and robbed her for her car. So, it's dangerous out here to be a hoe. That leaves you in dangerous predicaments. So you got to be always careful for that. Let me catch up on these comments. Yeah, brother, I got to keep working. Yeah, I tell you that. I got to keep working. I'll tell you that. There's a song that I have that is out right now called The Valley. And I'm going to tell you real quick, and I'm going to move on from that. Okay? I believe the last time I talked to her was when I was recording the song The Valley. And in the song, the producer plays these keys really, really well. And it just made me feel, I kept getting the spirit to write a song about death. And we were actively texting. Throughout that day, throughout the night. And I'm in a studio, literally, recording that song. And the song really is about my grandmother passing and me going through that. And basically, we're recording that song. Shorty, she called me in the middle of making a song. And I'm like, hey, I'm in the studio. I'm going to have to call you back. And she was like, okay, well, enjoy your time. Bye. And, I ended up getting out of the studio real late, so I didn't return her call. And that was the last time that I've actually talked to her, was that phone call that I wasn't able to take because I was in the studio recording a song about death. And then shortly after that, some time went by, and I noticed that she wasn't responding to my messages until I looked at her Instagram post that said "rest in peace" in her comments, and that's how I knew that she had passed. So, yeah, now that I went into that story, I honestly think so too. I think so that was a sign from God. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I was emotional about the situation because I did have history with her, but furthermore because I was the last person to talk to her when she died. It was crazy. But let's move on with the show. Yeah, I didn't even want to go into that. Now that we got that point covered, whoever said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, huh?
Whoever said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife really owes me an apology.
That bitch crazy as hell. I mean, so to answer back to that lady, the clip that I did before, yes, you can change a hoe into a housewife because was changed from a hoe into a husband. And first off, I'm gonna have to take this off, y'all, because I love the fact that I could see y'all comments and shit. But this shit is you covering my whole goddamn face. Hold up, let me bring this down a little bit. Maybe that refreshed it. Y'all niggas think y'all niggas I can't see my whole damn body. God damn. But anyway, let's move on, cause nigga, I'm not finna be on here for 3 hours. I got shit to do. Okay? I gotta watch my child tomorrow. All right, here we go, because I cut up with y'all all motherfucking night. I don't give a damn. All right, so let me find my spot. This is probably one of the most unprofessional shows I've ever done in my entire life. But to answer your question, yes, you can turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay? No, it's no problem. Make sure y'all motherfuckers light up them comments, goddammit. I love it. And I appreciate it. I just had to reset it. Yeah, I don't know if I can write a song about her. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta move on from that specific moment. You'll like to see a comment about a podcast about my faith and what I believe in. I appreciate that. Brother, I like talking with you. Okay, I like the fact that you're a part of this community, and it is what it is, you know. But we'll see about that. We'll see about me talking about vulnerable topics like religion and what I believe in, and having sentimental moments. We'll get there. Trust me, we'll get there. I'm an open book, believe it or not. So, but anyway, the only way you can turn a hoe into a housewife is.
And do you guys think that you could ever fix a hoe or turn her into wifey material?
Yeah, if you're a whore yourself, and if you ain't got no standards, or if you are really, really old and you can't do no better, you just want someone because she looks younger than you, you don't care what her body count is, yeah.
Damn. See, because the thing is, once a hoe, always a hoe. And that I don't think is true, but I do think it's the same premise as drug addicts and their problems with drug addicts. Because I look at it, I used to be a professional hoe. I didn't sell ass or sell ping. I just smashed with a lot of women, right? I was very active with a bunch of women. I slowed down. I've slowed down significantly. But there are still demons that I deal with, ego that I deal with, of trying to think that, hey, do I still got it, or certain moments like that. And I do look at it like a drug addict that is going through withdrawals or around the drug that could finding themselves back that way. That's how it feels for me. It's like, oh, once I get a smell of it, or a woman is interested to a certain point, it's like, let me avoid her, block her. That's what it really ends up being like at the end of the day. So, yeah, I look at it like a person that, like a drug addict. But there's no girls There's no good girls that this says. All women are hoes. Well, wow. Okay, let's.
Women will fuck. They may not fuck you, they may not fuck me, but they will fuck somebody. That girl who fucks that guy in the club, in the bathroom, because she just finds him so hot, is the same girl that you will go on a date with, and she will tell you that, don't do that sort of thing. I would never have sex with a guy on a first date, because she doesn't want you to think that she is that kind of girl. She wants you to believe that she's special and will only sleep with you after you committed to her. No matter how good you think her morals are, all you have to be is the right guy at the right time.
Point blank, period. Right guy, right time. That's all that is. Women, let me tell you something. We can only treat you how you allow us to treat you, right? And a lot of women who are sheltered and don't know no better, have strict parents, finally get out, they go crazy. That was the case in this young lady that I told the story about. That's the case in a lot of young women. They get sheltered, they go crazy, they have this whole phase. There's some people who have a moment of being a hoe and get the experience in that and realize that that's not what they want. I had that moment where I felt like I didn't feel good about myself in a sense of being used as a tool and not actually building a relationship with these women outside of having. There's a big difference from actually having sex with a woman and knowing a woman. And you would think that, hey, because I'm fucking her, I know her. No. And with the addition of that, men only treat women based on how they present themselves. If they present themselves as easy, we're going to treat them more like a hoe than we would women that create obstacles to put in our way. Well, you have to do this because I'm valuable and I'm not going to waste my time. We take women more seriously when they put up more barriers for us to get over. We hate them, but we will go over them for the chase, simply for the chase. And that's what makes us value the woman more. And it's that first battle of impression that you guys have to understand. So yeah, there will be women that will all have these moments of cheating of being hoes and sleeping with guys and doing all this and still holding up that barrier for other guys. It's really about the right place and right time and catching them when they are in a vulnerable situation where they're feeling low in self-esteem and they make these specific moments about themselves. So let me get back into, because y'all comment. I gotta make sure y'all are part of the show. Eric, I think you're right. There's a lot of people contributing to polarization between sexes. I think we need more advice on building healthy relationships instead of avoiding each one another. But there are some people who are unhelpable. Clearly, there are a lot of people who are unhelpable, and I'm not in that specific department on advising people on healthy relationships, right? I can, and that's the whole goal in this, is to give you an idea of how to deal with a man. But for the most part, I'm still figuring it out myself. I have not spent, I'm 27 years old, so I only have my experiences from what I experienced, but what I do know is the male perspective on things. I do know how I feel in certain predicaments, and us men talk. We all talk about our specific issues. Man, this bitch here, this bitch be tripping, and this is not, oh, this and this and that. We all talk, so we know what we like and we don't like, and we know that we're completely misunderstood. Nobody gives a fuck about the man. Now, this is a woman saying that your wife or girlfriend is a hoe. Wow, okay.
I know a girl who said sometimes she might fuck 2 niggas in one day because she don't like her nigga like that. So she might fuck with this other nigga, and then she go home and that nigga still want that pussy, so she got to give it up to both of them. Women is fucking.
Women's is fucking. Women's is fucking. Okay? Everybody fucking. Okay? And, even down to our children. Our children is fucking like rabbits. And we got to be careful. We got to be watching our daughters, making sure that they ain't showing no hoe tendencies. And when we see hoe tendencies, we have to be real with ourselves and recognize that our hoe is having some hoe tendencies, and we need to cut them wholeness out of our daughters.
Dad, I like this boy named Matt. Oh my God, he's so cute. He makes me laugh. I want him. What the fuck does that mean? I want him. What the fuck are you saying, little girl? Should I tell him? If that's how you feel, honey, tell him. My daughter goes to school, tells the boy how she feels. She comes home. Dad, oh my God, guess what? Matt likes me back. We're a thing. Good for you, honey. That makes me happy. Do me a favor. Keep it in the kid's face, though. Okay, Dad. She comes back home 2 days later. Dad, I don't like Matt no more. I like this boy named Rob now. He look better. He make me laugh more. That's who I really want. It happens, honey. Sometimes you think you like somebody, then you meet somebody else and you realize that's the person that you liked all along. It's called life. Make it happen. Move on. Be honest with the other person. All right, Dad, I love you. Keep it in the kid's face. A week goes by. Dad, I don't like Rob no more. I like this boy named Tim. Instantly, in my mind, I said, my daughter a hoe. This is hoe shit.
And it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Kids might not understand what's going on. And yeah, Sean, I'm only 27 years old. Ain't that fucking crazy? I look old as hell. Overlord, yeah, it is a learning process, and it starts with ourselves. It starts and ends with ourselves. See, that's the thing. A lot of people are going into relationships expecting their partner to be able to fix their own issues. There's another thing that a lot of people are dealing with when it comes down to depression. They take that out on their partner, and they expect their partner to fix their problems, not knowing it's work that they have to do regardless on their own. Relationships are more of a battle between them battling themselves and working with someone else while doing it. Literally, imagine a relationship like riding a two-person bike up a hill full of bumps with one person. It's the battle between yourself and your legs that's going down and breaking down and tired. But at the end of the day, you're still doing it hand in hand with a person that is supposed to have your back, doing the exact same thing, going through the same exact thing that you are. At the end of the day, you're still focusing on you. So that's a way to look at that, right? Real quick, we're going to have a holla break. But first, I got to get caught up on these motherfucking comments. Hold up. So, it also has to do with society as nowadays. I feel that being a hoe is more like acceptable, so young women think it's not such a bad thing. Right. It's more acceptable nowadays. And here's the problem with that shit. You got fucking songs talking about, oh, well, you Wednesday and Thursday, I'm keeping satisfied on the weekend. On the weekend, thinking of the night of the weekend. Wednesday, Thursday, and I have on my way. I think I'm tired to cover for the weekend. Like that song like that. This bitch is literally talking about smashing, talking to his main bitch as the side bitch talking about, you can have him during the weekdays, ho. I'ma have him during the weekend. And we got this on the radio playing for little children to be singing, little bald-headed bitches to be singing along. Oh, hell no, my daughter would not be singing the weekend. I see that motherfucking song is getting cut the fuck off. And I promise you, I might have to turn into a Karen or Ron, Karen's husband, Ron, or Robert, okay, and call the FCC airwaves to get that song the fuck taken off, because that kind of shit is not okay. Okay, let's take a look at what y'all said. Damn, Kevin Hart used to drop bombs, jokes after another one. Yep, you already know. Cardi B right here, laugh my ass off. Hell no. All right, now let's go into the holla break. Now holla, motherfucker, what you got to say about hoes? Because we didn't just cover the whole portion. We finna move into a man portion. So tell me what you feel when it comes down to hoes being hoes and men being men.
Holla, 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 holla at you. Holla at you, baby. Holla at you. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla at you. Holla at you, holla at you, holla at you. Baby, holla at you, holla at you, holla at you. Holla at you, holla, 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 holla. Holla at you, at you, holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, holla, holla.
So for some of you motherfuckers that didn't understand what the nigga was saying, I am his translator, clearly. And what that raggedy bastard said was, I don't give a fuck if you a hoe or a Joe. Okay, holla, holla, holla. I'm here to slap your ass and take a couple dollars. Okay, that's what the hell he on. Okay, so he don't give a damn about men or women. As you seen in the beginning of the show, he's asking niggas if they gay too. Clearly he ride both ways. I don't have any opinion on that. And with that being said, that concludes our holler joke of the day. Let's move forward into what's a man. Now, we all know what the hell a man is, so we don't need to do anything too crazy. You understand what I'm saying? But I just want to make sure y'all have a clear understanding before we move forward. A man is an adult human being. Boom. Sentence. A tall man with a beard entered a restaurant. Simple, cut and dry. We don't need no other explanation. Now let's go into what men want.
I'll tell you, if I walk in a club, do you know who the hottest girl in the club? It's the girl who isn't dancing, isn't twerking on fucking stage, not surrounded by dudes. When girls want male attention in the club, they start drinking, twerking. That is the most revolting, haram bullshit. I may want to fuck you, but I don't want to be with you. If you show me a girl sitting in the corner, shy, I'm like, good, she hasn't experienced too much life. I can show her things. And also, not just show her things. This is a very important point that I get attacked by the Matrix for because they completely misunderstand me on purpose. We don't want a woman who's had a bunch of trauma, had a bunch of experiences, done a bunch of shit, knows a bunch of people, been a bunch of places. That's the absolute opposite of what we want. We want the complete polar opposite of that.
Ain't that the motherfucking truth? I don't want a hoe. I take a hoe, and if she bad enough, I might wife a hoe, and that's the problem. I'm talking bullshit. I am talking bullshit, but a lot of niggas wife hoes out here. A lot of niggas, and I have done it in the past. Okay, a lot of niggas wife hoes out here. But what we really want is them innocent bitches. Not underage, but innocent. Like, that don't really know no better. That is not wide-eyed to the world. To where we could take them and show them things, which is what women expect men to do any fucking way. Women expect us to be romantic and take you guys out to wonderful places to make you enjoy life. That's just what is advertised of men. We're supposed to make sure we teach you and enjoy life. That's the modern day expectation of a man, to provide, to have money. That's why women want men with a lot of fucking money to open their eyes. So we essentially want the same thing you bitches want. Ain't that something? We want to be able to show you things. But if you go out there and you all experience, you done slept with 1,000 people here, 1,000 more experience than some of us men out here. And a lot of us don't even understand our places. A lot of people don't even understand what a side chick is.
People always say, yeah, I've got my main chick and I've got my side chick. But they don't really understand what a side chick is. A side chick is just another main chick. A side chick is a fully blown, loving relationship where she's completely loyal to you. She'll do anything you say. She is your girlfriend. She tells her girlfriends that she has a boyfriend. It's you. She doesn't talk to other men. That's what a side chick is. So you have your main chick and you have your side chicks. Most people have hoes. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I've got side chicks. No, you don't. The kind of girl who isn't really yours, you'll see once every 2 or 3 months. If you're in the same place at the same time and you're bored, you go to bed together. That's not your side chick.
It's like I said, I like red pill to Eric Loyd. And maybe I've turned it to, I don't know. Is that what this is? Is this red pill talk? Have I made it here? Am I here? And yeah, Overlord, women do. They got their own needs. And women are just as bad as us men. They're just not outwardly expressive. Oh, I want that dick. Oh, I want that dick. Oh, look at that ass. Look at that ass. They be looking at niggas' ass. You understand what I'm saying? These hoes out here are some freaks. And they try to play like, oh, well, I don't do that. Any bitch that'll be like, well, I'm not, you don't think that nothing's gonna happen, or don't think that we gonna do anything. bitch, it's gonna happen. She's literally telling you that that's what's gonna happen. I don't know why they try to put on these front. I don't understand that. But it is what it is. And now see, that's the label that they put, the red pill. That's the label that they put on men. And the thing is, I'm just speaking my truth. I'm labeled, and I'm simply speaking my truth. And it's not nothing against you, Sean Thomas, because I know that's what people is gonna take. You red pill fucking fuckerer. You nigger lover, you nigger. Okay, whoa, that's how they gonna come in my black ass. Okay, you red pillar. Fuck, I can't win for losing. The thing is, people don't like that men speak up and tell the truths about themselves and how they feel and what they want. That's looked at as bad, and that's the fucking problem. Yet we can have women that sit on talk shows like the motherfucker View and sit on Oprah Winfrey shows and have motherfuckers talk down about men and how they ain't shit and how women can empower themselves. But what about men empowering other men? That's the fucking problem. Let's be real about it. We can have people like Oprah and then not be put as far as a fucking title, but niggas like Kevin Samuels, you got niggas like Andrew Tate, okay? You got niggas like that and they get labeled as red pill. Now let me be clear. I fuck with Kevin Samuels and I think that he was telling the motherfucking truth. And I don't think that red pill originated with Kevin Samuels. Maybe it did. Maybe I don't know. But I've been a fan of Kevin Samuels for a motherfucking while and have agreed with a lot of shit that he has said. With that being said, now let's take a look at Andrew Tate on Top G's cheating.
But do you not think it's because we're not holding men accountable? So when a man, because he's a top G, cheats on a woman, it's like, well, what do you expect? When you should actually turn around to him and say...
Accountable for what? Accountable for his natural evolutionary biology.
Is cheating morally correct?
Yes.
It depends. Yes.
How
so
can you say that? Are you joking?
Okay with your woman cheating on you then?
Absolutely not. That's her.
No, because it's a route when she cheats on you, but you can cheat on her.
There has not been in the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting.
Damn. Now, sometimes Tate does go too far. I will say Tate will take his ass up through there, and he felt this way too. And if you looked at his look and his face before he started getting on his high horse, this motherfucker was like. They were like, what? They was like, so you think it's okay to cheat? He said, yes. And they freaking the fuck out. And then this nigga get on his high horse and start speaking facts, which is the case. I don't know of any woman that was celebrated for promiscuity, sleeping around with other people. I don't know. But I do know that's an actual thing when it comes down to men. It is praised. It is looked highly upon. In certain countries today, bitches will go to jail for that shit. A nigga could beat a bitch ass in public for cheating on him. But he can have multiple wives. It's crazy. And I think, listen, I have no opinion in the matter, and I think it's safe if I shut my ass up. Now, always calling a wife a bitch. Now, I'm guilty of this. Let's take a
The good, bad, and ugly truth.
Now, let's stop the presses real quick, because I'm going to address this woman's situation, but shit is going down in the war room. The war room. I don't know what to call the group chat. This group chat here. Okay? Sheree, I don't know where the hell she at. All right? She need her ass whooped for not being here. But anyway, Sean, you mentioned, you said, so Overlord asked, should I have multiple wives? So should I have multiple wives? Sean says, no, bro, I think that would be wrong. Too many women to handle. Staying loyal is more simple, in my opinion. Okay. Sheree in this motherfucker? You talking about we found her? Hold up. Is Sheree in this motherfucker? Don't tease me like that. That's my girl there. Sheree Ortiz, are you in this motherfucker? I can't see. I can't see what y'all see. So if y'all see a motherfucking ass, tell her to get in the comments. All right, anyway. So here's the thing. Cheating is what it is. I'm a historian, so I appreciate history more than anything. I kind of go with history and historic times, but that doesn't mean things can't change, right? And to answer your point, Sean, is it more simple? More or less, yes. But let's say if one bitch is acting crazy, you could have another bitch that could be equally acting crazy. That's the risk. But the idea is that when one bitch is acting crazy, you got one that you can deal with. You understand what I'm saying? Or however many people. Just imagine if your house was full of bitches that could please you, okay, and treat you like a king. I'm just saying, Sean, you wouldn't change. You would not keep bitches from cleaning your royal penis if you was a king. Now, I don't give a fuck what the hell you saying. Wives or not, all them bitches will be taking care of your ass, and you'll be using their ass to your motherfucking advantage. Fuck what you talking about. Every man in this motherfucker that's a straight male would allow that to happen. So let me, before I even reason, fuck all that bullshit. Okay? Anyway, I'm guilty, going back to the main point of the clip I just showed, I'm guilty of saying that because I'm very intelligent, ladies and gentlemen. Men, this is for you guys. So, number one, I'm going to tell you how to get away with calling your female the B and H word. Okay? Now, I do it in a way because if you see how I talk, I'm a joking, kind of humorous person. So, you got to ease into it, okay? You got to do it early, too. When you can't just switch up and be like, bitch, okay? Then you get your ass whooped. See, you got to catch them off guard, okay? Let's say you start talking to this chick, you get a little comfortable, okay? And you're like, bitch, girl, please. She's like, did you just call me a bitch? And I'll act like, make it funny. Like, bitch, I don't know. You just called me a bitch again. Yeah, I did, bitch, but I don't know. Erek, I'm sorry, bitch. And then that makes it a kind of funny, right? So when I go to it again, it's not something that is not unheard of. And then I like actual tension between us two. So I'll be like, bitch, and then the bitch will call me a bitch. And then now we're calling each other bitches and hoes, where I could just say, bitch, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a, come on, bitch. Come on now, bitch. Come on, come on, bitch. Now, bitch, now come on now. So that's how you get away with saying the bitch word to your female without getting in trouble. But you got to start early, okay? Anyway, I don't do it in disrespect, especially when I get called a bitch. That's all cool, too, all right? So let's continue moving on. Woman gets destroyed when she talks about men. Let's check this out.
I find it very interesting that a woman sits here to me and says, no, men are allowed to sit around and do fuck all and feel sad. And those are the men they ignore when they DM. No. Those are the men they ignore them all. No. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a f about the fact that most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them. If they try and talk to a girl, they get blanked and ignored and told to. Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men. I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even fucking exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. So if you just sit here and say, I'll get a G, a big G, a boss, a millionaire, and let him have a day off, very nice of you. I'm sure you would. But
ain't that motherfucker speaking the truth? Ain't that every nigga in this motherfucker that shot at a bitch in the DMs and then the shit went nowhere. Okay, every motherfucker in this motherfucker and got ignored like a bastard. And do you know what that does to the mental conscious psyche? That shit fucks a motherfucker up. So you gotta act strong to the motherfucker and act like it don't bother you. And the way to do that for me was to fuck on multiple bitches and get multiple bitches, so I don't even have to stress if a bitch don't stop fucking with me or not. Okay? And in turn, it made bitches want me even more because I had options and wasn't fucking up their ass. Okay? Now let's take a look at Andrew Tate on the cold hard truth.
Female life is more valuable than male life. If someone comes in this door with a gun, we are prepared to die to protect you. We would die on the Titanic so the women could live. If we talk about 5 men dying in a car crash, no big deal. If you talk about 5 women dying in a car crash, it's a big deal. Female life is super valuable, and you are super valuable members of society, and you have something very, very important to do. You're so important that we'll go put ourselves on the line and take all the responsibility. When we say we are leading, well, I'm not trying to degrade females. I know you get triggered instantly because you live in a Western society where you feel like that's an insult. We're not trying to insult you. We're saying that it's a man's job to lead. He can't protect and provide if he isn't leading.
Bing, 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 bing. He cannot protect and provide for you if he ain't leading. You got to be able to submit to that man. He cannot be the man of the motherfucking household if you aren't. And the thing is, nobody gives a fuck about men. But we are human. We got fucking feelings too. To be honest, we're one of the most sensitive motherfuckers in the world, and we keep it tight. We are some crazy fume waiting to blow a gasket ass niggas. Now, I got to address this. Overlord, you say you are on the dry streak. Ain't that a bitch? Because them motherfuckers are just, oh my God. See, when you own, you motherfucking own by a lot of bitches. But when you dry, you dried and dry ass. I mean, you just dry. God damn. You, oh, low. Oh, no. That's Sahara Desert dry. That motherfucker. And this nigga said 538 unread messages. Nigga, what the God damn, wait a minute, brother. Don't, now, brother, you can't, oh, Jesus, I can't breathe. Oh, this nigga sick. You can't allow that to get, I'm sorry, let me, I know, I'm not. Oh, I'm not laughing at your pain, brother. Oh, my gut is hurting in this motherfucker. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at your pain. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But what I'm saying is, brother, you gotta, hey, brother, after like 3 messages and she don't respond, move on, my brother. You, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Woo. All right, let's move forward. This is Andrew Tate. Listen, I'm not making fun of you, Overlord. I appreciate you, brother. But, brother, you can't, 530 somebody, I hope that's a bunch of bitches and not just one bitch. Lord have mercy. Oh.
I'll give you my favorite one first.
Yeah. Please do.
My favorite one is the difference between the king and the queen. Right? Because the king moves 1 square at a time. And the queen can just zip across the board. Right? So you're here in Miami. You're partying in Miami. You see all these chicks on a boat. For the man to get on that boat, it's 1 square at a time. Right? He has to get a good job. He has to get his taxes right. He has to find a way to leverage credit. He has to meet the guy who sells the boats. He has to go through all this shit stage by stage by stage to finally pull off being on that yacht and having that yacht at the age of 56. A chick, what does she need? Lip fillers? Boom. Zip. On. She gets straight on. That's the difference between the king and the queen.
All right. So, real quick, we go. Oh, okay. Listen, Overlord. This is gonna be a learning because we in the men's section while we here. Because I'm finna address you women in just a second. This is a hell of a show. Overlord. Listen. No. All right, listen, brother. First off, what I always tell people, if you don't know something, just do your research, right? So YouTube videos on how to talk to certain females, okay? The thing is, the more that you try to reach out to the woman and she doesn't give anything back, you have to pull. Because then it'll make it seem like you are too extra, right? You're too thirsty. And for some reason, that's not interesting. But if you look at it on the other flip, women who are overly thirsty is not attractive. And I've ghosted multiple bitches for not being attractive because she was too extra and trying to fuck on the first time we meet. Like, you know, when I wasn't at that specific level. You get what I'm saying? So you want to show interest, but enough to see what's up. You don't want to leave an impression. You don't want to, you know, you want to read the room and read the kind of conversation. And usually a lady will lean towards a certain way of how she's going. Please look up how to conversate through text, because that's one of the biggest things and challenges that I found as a man, is that it's difficult to communicate through text. So yeah, brother. I wouldn't say that out loud again. I wouldn't say that out loud, but yes, brother, do some research on communicating, especially through text, so that you don't have 530 some odd unread messages. Once you get to about 5, let's just do a rule of thumb. When you're texting, I had multiple bitches, right? When you texting though, don't text more than 3 or 4 times, max 4 times, 4 messages, and that's too much at alone. But you can recover from that without messaging until they respond back. It is also good. I'm just telling you, this does work. But if they take a long time to respond and you quickly send a message right back once they finally respond, that is not a good look either. So make it seem like you got a life. Take your time. Put on a fucking timer for 3 hours to respond back if the bitch ain't text you all day. At least show that. That's going to make them peel in and try to show some interest. The main thing is you want to have a sense of mystery when it comes down to women. You don't want to give them everything. You don't want to put yourself out there, because that's the fucking game that we got to play with these women, which I'm about to get to in just a second. Y'all done got me all off track. I done spent 15 fucking minutes fucking around. But yeah, you have to leave a level of mystery when talking to a female. It is okay to be vague. Okay, and if you're talking to a woman and you didn't leave a good enough impression face to face, then you have to play the game as far as in talking conversation. I will try to do a show on helping out conversation wise, but as a suggestion, just YouTube search how to talk to females through text. There's been some great videos, I'm sure, that is on there that will assist, especially when I was in my day looking up specific moments or how to get past those moments. A simple Google search and YouTube search will get you a long way, because everybody's experiencing the same kind of shit, you know? This nigga said, what's the new advice? We at 541. Oh, Lord have mercy. You done made me hurt myself. I done flinched all kinds of muscles in this motherfucker. All right, let's move forward into the show. How to talk to a woman smoothly. Perfect timing.
So you go up to someone on the beach. I want to make my intention clear from the beginning. So excuse me. I just want to say you are absolutely beautiful. I will look you directly in the eyes when I tell you you're beautiful. The reason I say that is because 99% of the time, she has to say something positive. Let's look at this from a human psychology perspective. Now, I'm a stranger, but the first interaction is positive. She says, thank you, you're welcome. I just wanted to come and tell you that. I'm sure you hear it all the time. And I was wondering if I could have your Instagram. The reason I asked for an Instagram is because it's far less personal than a phone number. But every random motherfucker already follows her on Instagram. So why would she say no? And after she gives me her Insta, this is the true test, I'll say, thank you for that. My name is Andrew Tate. And I'll shake her hand. And I will delay for 2 seconds. If she says, okay, then she ain't interested. If you want to know my name, it's over. That's the basic psychology of approaching a girl.
Rewind. Rewind this clip. Rewind this clip if you missed anything. This is a perfect way to approach a fucking girl. It's the perfect way. You should cover chat. Is that GPT? I don't know what the fuck that means. Have you tried it? No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yo, Eric, what do you think about Tate meant by this? Yo, it's perfect. It's perfect when talking to a female because the biggest thing when it comes down to males with the addition is they're not knowing how the woman is feeling based on her reactions. And simply, you have to see where her interest level is at so you don't seem over pushy. Because easily us men being anxious and nervous about hitting on a very attractive woman, we could be like, and trying not to seem, nervous. And they can smell it off of us. But not only that, when we're trying to push and make it seem so cool and, smooth, it could seem a little forced. And that isn't a good look either. So, yeah, make sure that is the perfect way of talking to a woman. Give the woman some time to ask you for your name after you ask them for theirs. Look it up. I just seen the clip. I swear to God, I meant to put it on the show. And I almost did. Of a guy using that and trying to hit on women. And it worked. It worked. He could see that, hey, any woman will give you their Instagram. If you straight up say, hey, I find you attractive, that's already putting that out there. You get what I'm saying? Asking for an Instagram, should be able to give you because she allow random niggas to follow her Instagram. Even if she has a private, she's still accepting random niggas to see her photos and give her likes. Okay, so she can easily give that to you. If she wants to know your name, then you can go for that motherfucking number and go for the fucking kill. Point blank, period. Oh, Lord. This nigga overlord. This nigga said, I'll use it. Hopefully, no more restraining orders this time. What the Sean, you said, why is it bad for the girl to ask for your name? No, the lawyer. Your motherfucking ass there. So Sean, the why is it bad for the girl to ask for your name? It's not bad. The whole point is if she asks for your name, then that means that she is interested in you. Because if you ask her, so your name is, Rhonda? Okay. Oh, nice to meet you, Rhonda. And you wait a couple seconds. If she don't ask you and your name is, she's not interested. She has no interest in getting to know you or anything of that nature. So, yeah, with that being said, let's move forward into the thing that we as men know is fucking true. One, it's way easier for women to get dick than men to get pussy. Most men out here are sex deprived. Hence, overlord and these restraining orders.
And two, we're seeing more and more sexless men. 1 out of 3. You're telling me 1 out of 3 men being sexless doesn't indicate that maybe the women's standards are getting higher and higher. Now, you could argue men need to do more, right? Now, but from a guy's point of view, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do all this stuff to get laid, learn how to talk to women, do all that. For what? I don't get a virgin anymore. So when you look at it from an analytical perspective, it's true. It's true. Like, I understand why the men are walking away.
I fuck with just pearly things. I fuck with her. I don't know her name. I hope that's her name, Pearly. Whoever the fuck. I fuck with you. Because you're just not on that woman bullshit. You're like, yeah, we're on shit. We aren't shit. And what do we offer? Pussy? The fuck? Like, I feel you, shorty. I feel you, shorty. Jeez Louises, I feel you. But, yeah, so most men out here are sex deprived. Most women's standards are going up through the roof as to why, a lot of men out here are thirsty as hell and get thirstier because these bitches ain't wetting these niggas up because they think they could save themselves for these rich and fancy guys, not really understanding that they ass is average. And most people are average, are from 4 to 6s. Most women are average. Most people are average. Most of these bitches that look raggedy as hell in the face, got weave all fucked up on their head, and got a little bit of ass, think that they can run the motherfucking world. I don't understand. Some bitches, especially some big bitches, got it out of they might have a cute face and a big old ass with fat everywhere, and a nigga might just want to bust a nut from time to on the low. They, bitch, who the, what? So let's move into men are only loved under conditions.
If you had a man, be honest. You had a man and you went to your man and said, I've got this problem. I can't fix this. It's broken. The car tire's broken. And he went, I don't know. You would dry up. Like, you'd be like, well, fucking, what the fucking point are you? That's the truth. You could sit here and go, oh, we'd call a mechanic. No, you wouldn't. You'd look at your man and go, what do you mean you can't fix it?
I'll do it myself, waste man.
And this is what she's saying about your man will get up and go, and you know what's beautiful about masculinity? A bunch of times a man will go up and he doesn't have a clue how to fix it himself. But he'll go, don't worry, baby, okay. And he'll stand up with no money and no clue. And he'll go out there and fucking try and find a way, because as a man, you need to be useful. It is so difficult to be a man. You have no idea the amount of pressure that we're under from society and from the women we even want to associate with.
Men are expected to do more, to be more. We're expected to pull through more than what women are. And the question is, women, what the fuck do you have to bring to the tables? Not your attitude, not your funky ass. What the fuck else do you have to bring to the table outside of your stinking ass poontang? With the addition of us probably having to deal with some of these raggedy ass fathers out here.
Andrew, how would you deal with a father that doesn't like you?
I would accept that him disliking me is my fault. I would be a man about it, and I would ask him what he's unhappy about, and he might be fucking right. I'd sit there and go, what do you dislike about me?
So just confront the dad.
Not confront in a negative way. I'd just say, look, I'm here with your daughter. I really care about her. If I get the impression that you're not particularly happy with me, is there anything I can do? I just want to show you respect. You're a bit older than me. I want to show you enough respect to ask if there's anything about me that particularly upsets you. Because he'll respect you more. Men respect men who stand up for themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
So the first thing he'll do is respect you more for even asking, instead of hiding away from the door.
If you say it in a respectful way.
You say it in a respectful way. And then he'll give you a bunch of answers, and then you have to be non-emotional and be professional. Listen to the answers. Don't get defensive, and sit there and go, you know what? 70% of them are probably
So what do you think?
Right.
And what's crazy is I've done that shit. I was on the phone with an ex-girlfriend. Well, she wasn't an ex-girlfriend at the time, but a girlfriend of the time. And we're arguing. And I guess she's out with her family. And we're arguing back and forth. And then all of a sudden, the father's like a stepdaddy at that. He's not even a real father. Was like, hey, your boyfriend's a punk ass. I said, what the fuck you say? A punk ass. So, I was talking cash money, but I knew what it was. So, you know, I'm not gonna just be tiptoeing around, and allow him to feel that way or say that. You know, I'm gonna want to figure out what the fuck and why the fuck he felt the need to even say that for me to hear. Like I'm not some kind of punk or nothing like that. So I suggested to have a meeting the next day, not even 24 hours of the next day. And I had a sit-down conversation with him face-to-face on why he felt some type of way about me. It was a good conversation. You know, he just had his concerns as a father. And with me being an experienced male out here moving in the streets, unlike some other gentlemen. Yeah. So, you know, some wannabe hood-ass nigga, you know. But the conversation went well, and that actually gained me more respect in the end from that father at the end. But we didn't last long, which is what he predicted. So yeah, fuck them all. All right, traditional men are everywhere, even though there's not too many traditional women, and that's the fucking problem.
Can I so we've kind of been talking about traditional and modern. I'm just going to do an experiment. There's 3 guys in here, right? Do you want to protect and provide for your girl? Yes or no?
Depends on the girl.
Oh, come on.
No, but yeah.
Do you want to protect and provide for your girl? Yeah. Do you want to protect and provide?
Yep.
There's 3 right there. But it's like interesting because I'm asking you guys more traditional questions and the answers don't line up. So like I honestly think there's more traditional men than traditional women nowadays. I think the shortage is on our end, not theirs. I think there's a lot of men that want to protect and provide, but like who are they going to protect and provide for? Women that don't listen to them? Why would you protect and provide for a woman that doesn't listen?
You know, a lot of bitches don't like to listen. A lot of bitches want to be old, proud, high and mighty. And Sean, so you said that's an alpha move. Yeah, I mean, shit. I'm not gonna let no nigga think that he's comfortable enough. I don't give a fuck if he's father. I don't give a fuck if he's the grandfather. I don't give a fuck if he's Jesus Christ. Okay? I'm not gonna let no nigga talk down to me and allow him to feel comfortable enough to talk to me any kind of motherfucking way. I'll beat a motherfucker ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm not threatening him, brother. Listen, I ain't got no smoke with you or nobody you know, okay? I'm just saying I don't give a fuck, okay? And if it came down to it, if the conversation went south, I was mentally prepared to be physical. So that's what you got to go into it. Hey, I'm going to handle this like a grown man should. But hey, if this goes south, I'm equipped to do what I need to do to protect myself. And that's what I was on. I was very respectful, and, you know, it was coming to an understanding of why you felt the need to express that and why you felt some type of way with me. And that's just the type of man I am. I'm a man. I'm going to shake your hand, and I'm going to look you dead firm in your motherfucking eyes. I've never been intimidated by a fucking father of the daughter I was dating. Never. And I thought I could beat all of their ass. I really genuinely thought I could beat all their ass. Never fought one, but genuinely thought I could beat their ass. I spent a lot of time on the men's. So with that being said, let's transition and end the show with the ladies. Now, ladies, let's figure out what the hell women mean. Now, we all know what women are, but you know, I like to be proper, so motherfuckers can't say I'm biased or I'm conspiracy theory or none of that. I use definitions from Google that comes from the goddamn dictionary. I will even go as far to make sure other motherfuckers can understand by putting some slang in that motherfucker. Okay? But women are an adult female human being. In a sentence, join a young woman. Boom! That's all I need. We can move on. Because we got shit. I got to go to bed. Where the ladies at? It's only sausages up in here. How the hell that happened? The show is called Am I a hoe or a housewife or some shit? You understand what I'm saying? Why is it only niggas in here? I'm cool with the niggas in here, but where is the ladies at? This show is for you hoes, okay? Maybe it's the red pill energy that Sean picked up on, but I don't understand. Stop. Where's the red pill women at? Can I find some? Can I get some? If there's a community called Red Pill, can I get some loving from the women? Huh? This woman defends women who want to be wives.
Imagine sitting there, you want to be a wife, you want to be loyal. How can you do that if you're practicing, sucking fun dip every week? You're not practicing cooking, you're not practicing mental health, you're not practicing how to talk to him, how to cater, how to be submissive, and how to talk to him in a nurturing way. You're practicing sucking pee-pee. That's not the same thing.
But what if that's not what you want? What if you don't want to be?
I'm only speaking on women who want to be wives. All the other OF hoes and all those type of girls, I'm not talking about. Not you, but in general, being honest.
Oh, nah, she was talking about you, boo. She's not talking about you, boo. Not trying to catfight your bitch ass. No, that hoe, you was exactly talking about her. Second dicks every weekend. That's exactly who you're talking about. But you're talking about the bitches that's sucking dicks on OnlyFans, okay? Hold up. Sucking dicks on OnlyFans, okay? Lining them up and sucking them up tonight.
Come on now, do it!
Let's say create Holla on OnlyFans.
Well, I line up the dicks and sucks tonight.
What? See how?
I love her. You understand me? God damn it. So yeah, she defends women who are actually wife material. So at this point, if you made it all the way down to this point of the show, if you don't find yourself having hoe tendencies, baby girl, you ain't a hoe. If you find yourself relating more to the wives than you do the hoe tendencies, you ain't a hoe. There's no question about it. But don't create this delusional sense that it's not what it is. Because there's a delusion when it comes down to women thinking, especially when it comes down to gender equality.
I think a guy should pay for the girl when they go out to dinner. I think.
Do you consider yourself a feminist?
I wouldn't say like.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah.
So why should the guy have to pay for you on the first date?
Just like what Lindsay's saying, I think that there's a difference. We can separate.
Okay, so
things.
Are you guys traditional women?
That's a really broad question. I think that
you're expecting men to adhere to their traditional gender roles. Are you a traditional woman yourself? Because equality is not a buffet where you get to pick and choose that which benefits you and you say no to that which doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you do believe in gender equality. But do you believe in a man paying, do you believe for paying for a man? No, he should pay every time. But you believe in, okay. So what you mean to tell me is you believe in gender equality only when it benefits you. Okay. All right. I didn't know that that's what we were doing. Okay. Overlord, you should try it. You do it. Send it to him and ask him, which one are you? Which one are you, boo? You tell me. So I can decide whether or not I should keep texting your ass or not. Okay? Which one are you, boo? Oh, that should be crazy. Anyway, be like, yo, I'm on this motherfucking show. That hopefully they find some kind of interest in it. Okay? You said Eric Loyd that Eric Loyd is actually so red pilled. I gotta do my research on. Damn, heard the same exact thing from another red pillar. Damn. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't want to put myself in that classification when I don't completely understand the community, right? And I like for example, if Kevin Samuels is a red pillar, then I'm fucked. Okay, because I fuck with Kevin Samuels and everything that nigga says, I fuck with him hard. Okay, it took me a minute to warm up to Andrew Tate, but it's only because I'm doing these shows and I'm running across his clips. I've not spent significant amount of time like I have with Kevin Samuels watching for amusement, watching these 2-hour and fuck odd shows. That's why I'm able to do this shit now. He's inspired me along with Showbiz the Adult. I always talk about those two. Those are the most influential YouTubers that impacted me outside of Timothy De La Ghetto when I've been in the YouTube game since 2009. Timothy De La Ghetto was the nigga back in the day. Anyway, you talk about he owned this bitch. Well, let's take a look at Moran roasting a rapper's girlfriend.
The best thing you can do is take yourself off the pedestal, realize you're not that special. What value do you offer outside of your and most girls can't name anything. One big one that you can name is, I'm the main girl. I'm going to provide for you. I'm going to stand by you, not provide for you financially, but I'm going to be here, your support system, no matter what. That right there will set you apart. He ain't going to forget that. That's some real game for you ladies.
I'd rather suck a baseball through a Capri Sun straw. No, but I'm not even going to lie to you because I'm not even going to
Well, some girl doing that to your guy right now probably. So.
Burn. Sean, good night, my brother. Appreciate you for joining the show. We actually on the way out anyway, so no worries. I got a few more clips, and that's about it, okay? But let's check out women in the leverage game. Let's take a look at this.
Women are unattracted by men that follow their lead and wrapped around their finger. It doesn't work when women are in a leadership or authority role whatsoever. You guys are not built to lead. You're emotionally based. You guys can't make logical decisions like that in times of peril. And they've done it on studies. You take like top chess players, Formula One racers, etc. Men. It has nothing to do with physicality. Decision making in a split instance. Men. And I'm not saying that to say men are better than women. No, we're just better at certain things, and you guys are better at certain things. But the thing I'm trying to say is that once you get a certain status of man, they have the leverage. There's far fewer attractive men that have money, that have status, than there are beautiful women. This is why women, since the beginning of time, would gladly share a very high status guy. This is why the top guys were having harems of women, because women understood that higher status men were hard to come by.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that women were smarter back in the day than they are today? Is that what you're saying? Because no, I want a high successful man and I want him all for myself. But then they realize that's not the life that they wanted, so then they get divorced. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking crazy. And then women. And in what world are modern women fucking traditional?
Are you friend zoning him?
Yeah, we're just gonna go out as friends from
Okay,
now
so you're
on.
turning him down because he paid.
Because he paid, or he...
Or sorry, excuse me, because he split the bill.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you do have an issue if a guy wants to split the bill.
Yeah.
Why?
I just think traditionally, like, a man should pay on the first date.
You're not a traditional woman.
I think I'm quite traditional in my own ways.
You do OnlyFans. There's nothing. I have OnlyFans girls on the show. I'm fine with it. However, you're not a traditional woman.
I think I'm pretty traditional outside of
Are you a
OnlyFans.
virgin? You said your body count, and look, I'm not shaming you, but your body count's 16, right? Yeah. A traditional woman is a virgin.
Well, I disagree. That's not my definition of traditional.
He had that bitch. Well, I'm just gonna go delusional mode now, and this is why a lot of women are delusional. Lord,
here's the difference between men and women. Women, you can sleep with men that are 1, 2, 3 points higher than you in terms of physical attractiveness. That man will never commit to you. So that's why you basically have women who are all chasing after the top 10, top 20% of guys, because either you're delusional and you think you're hot shit. If you think you're hot shit, you deserve a guy who's hot shit. Also, men are perfectly willing to sleep with you. They'll never commit to you. They're perfectly willing to sleep with you once, twice, maybe keep you around as a fuck buddy. And men will sleep down. For a woman to be able to sleep with a guy, that guy needs to be at least physically attractive enough for you to be in a relationship with him, to consider being in a relationship with him. However, men, we will sleep with women that we would never commit to, that we would never be in relationship with, because we welcome the easy access to sex, because men and women have different sexual strategies.
Point blank, period. And that's what separates men from women, especially on the cheating scale, because it's all about intent. We will just fuck on a bitch just to fuck on a bitch, okay? The bitch ain't even got to be attractive. I had a couple bitches I wouldn't be caught dead in public with, okay? Dead in public with that I didn't smash on a motherfucking low, okay? Had the bitch have signed an NDA and all that bullshit. Non-disclosure this form, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, when women smash, it's always with the intent of feelings involved and all this extra bullshit. Okay, actually potentially getting with a guy that could serve them a better life than what their current guy is doing. That's why it's much more dangerous for a woman to do so. Okay, so here's the thing: when it comes down to self-independent, some women think it's needed.
Why do you think your mom encouraged you to be masculine? If it seemed to have worked out well for her, she got to provide her husband, and like
it's very sad actually. We had this conversation and my mum said to me, she said, in my times, she said, guys just came up to me all the time. Now, I will say this, my mum's very feminine. She's like the damsel in distress, so she does attract guys anyways. But she was saying like, I would used to walk on the street and I will see great quality men everywhere. Like I feel like I can just pick them off the street. They're all great. But I don't know, she said, I don't know what's going on. She was like, it makes me really sad, but I feel like guys are not as high caliber anymore, and I'm worried for my daughter. I'm scared that they're going to not be able to deal with themselves, and they don't have that the person either. So to compensate, she's pushing me on the other direction of being self-sufficient. But the danger of that is that it was overshot.
Boom. Boom. See, and I get the protection part, but here's the thing. Let's not just blame that on the caliber of men. There's a lot of ain't shit ass niggas that caliber just prefer to not be shit, but that also reflects on the girl and her taste in men. If you crave ain't shit niggas, you would be able to smell that ain't shit nigga from a mile away. So it depends on how smart your daughter is, not how strong she is. And regardless, ain't shit niggas is made by ain't shit bitches. Ain't shit niggas is raised by ain't shit women. Most women, my mom was a single fucking mother. She raised me to be the best person that I can be. That's why I'm shit. I ain't shit, but I'm shit. I'm a very valuable man that's raised with goals and aspirations as to why I work so hard and putting these shows together. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes and counting because of my dreams and aspirations, enjoying what I'm doing here. Most men don't even have dreams and aspirations that they're working towards. And it's mainly because of their surroundings and their upbringings. It should say the caliber of people and not, let's say, the caliber of men. It shouldn't be just pushed off on men because of the caliber. We're raised by fucking people that even you, as a woman, not knowing what the fuck's going on. I don't know what's going on. Bitch, you're in the middle of it. What do you mean you don't know what's going on? Oh, that's right. You're a damsel in distress, focused on taking care of people's houses and shit, while you're building your fucking daughter to be masculine when she gonna end up dying alone. Women have high dating standards now, and that's the problem.
What do you think's gonna happen?
What the hell did you expect? You shit on the niggas that build fucking America, living the America dream, right? Working a 9 to fucking 5 to provide for your stinking ass, and you want a nigga that's a top earner. Where the hell are you gonna find most of you nasty stinking bitches ain't on shit. Your pussy stink and so does your ass. And you barely know how to wash your ass. And you talking about one of the high percentage ass man? Bitch, have you lost your nappy headed ass mind? Get real. Have a reality check. Your pussy ain't that goddamn good. I can guarantee it because a nigga would have married your ass by then. Nigga, when you know a bitch got a good poontang if she got married as a child. I did not mean to say child. Because people are going to be like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Elvis, all these young rapists. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about 18, 19 children that's adults, but children in our eyes. Once you hit a certain age, you start thinking these bitches children. Either way it go. Yeah, this is why these hoes get married at a young age by these older niggas, because they done ran into some good poontang and locked that ass up. So if your ass is still single, especially going to a later age, lower your standards, bitch. Please lower your standards. Because men ain't got time for that, especially top earners. And then you leave these niggas out here who ain't top earners out here by themselves to deal with the raggedy bitches. Like, this is why shit is going down. Because hoes got their standards too damn high when they actually hoes out here and not wife material. You're not giving men anything to fight for and be active for. What the hell are we doing here? Modern women have ruined dating.
Who's really selling their value? The woman. The woman. So if you're going to blame like everything in society that's happened, really, I mean, I don't want to say the way dating and relationships is today is because of women. It's because our standards are too high for what we offer. And a lot of the guys will be like, well, women don't have as high of standards as you say. It's just the women on the podcast. The average American spends 5 hours on their phone a day. 5. You're telling me that is no influence in society and culture?
Yeah, it is. Social media. It's the endorphins of likes. It's the, oh, I get this high status guy texting me. I can only look for those kind of guys. Not knowing that those kind of guys are looking at them like an easy fuck and not a wife material. See, a lot of things is people end up fucking themselves when they try to play game on top of game. And let me go into it real quick. Women. I didn't start playing mental games with women and doing things a specific way until I had no choice, because I was that nice guy. I was that nice guy that was out there and, hi, my name is Erek. Hi. like my guy Overlord here. Okay? We're nice guys. Hi, my name is Erek. You're so beautiful. Get out of my face, you faggot. You know, get out of my fucking face. Well, I'll give you my number. You're cute and whatnot. And then I get to texting you. I say, hey, how you doing? And you ignore me. And I'm like, bitch, so you wasted my motherfucking time for what? Like, what the women want me to play games a certain specific fucking way. See, and there's only two ways around that. Either you got money or you look like a fucking god. Okay? As far as attractiveness. That's the only way. You don't have to rely on those skills. If you got fucking moolah, then everybody going to sleep in this motherfucker. Well, good night, you bastard. God bless you, brother. Yeah, it's getting late. It's 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning over here. So I don't know where you at, but it's 3 a.m. and I'm finna take my black ass to bed. My legs are sore and shit. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Make sure you don't leave before hitting the damn like. Okay? But yeah, I was an innocent guy playing these damn games, and then all of a sudden I realized if I start playing the game, I'll start getting these bitches. And that's what I did. I started playing the game, start playing cat and mouse. Oh, seeing, oh, they don't like when I respond real quick back to back to back to back. They don't like when I do this and this and that. Oh, let me play their same game. Oh, so when they don't text me for this amount of time, I'm going to text them for this amount of time. I'm going to play that fucking game. And it worked. And I don't understand that because us men are so straightforward. We come dead at you. We come exactly at you. We don't sway. We don't try to play. Women will try to tell you one thing and they mean the complete opposite and expect you to know and understand that. How, in what world does that make fucking sense? Y'all women are just fucking up the dating scene. For what? Because you're difficult and don't even understand yourself? That's in the most cases why women have ruined the dating scene for everybody.
But I was just thinking about how everything in society is built for individuals now, and it's not built for families. So before, how would you get in shape? I'm thinking, more than 100 years ago, were people really lifting weights like that? I could be wrong. Historians, Pearl's just giving her thoughts about society. But housework and farm work, like when I was doing the kneading the bread by hand and the stirring by hand, I was thinking like, wow, I can see why the women were in such great shape, because you stir for like 30 minutes, your arm gets tired. And I bench a plate. I can bench a lot. And I was just thinking how even though I'm in shape, like those women were in better shape in a different way because I'm stirring. And while I can, pick up a lot of weight for 30 seconds, like stirring for an hour would tire me out.
This ain't me saying this shit. This is a fucking woman. This ain't me red pill this, red pill that. So you gonna call her red pill even though she speaks both on women and men? The fuck do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Come on now. Last clip of the motherfucking day until y'all can kiss my natural black ass. You a bitch want a man to handle her. Or I don't know. Fuck.
Please, sir, can you help me out? I'm trying to find a husband, the kind of beast that can handle a woman like me.
I'm going to answer it based on your last sentence. Your last sentence was handle a woman like me. Let's look at the average man's life like I just discussed earlier, how difficult it is, how competitive he has to be, and how many problems he has to fix. Do you think he wants to handle any woman? Like the idea of any degree of problem. The point of having a woman as a man, for me at least, is for her to be my peace and quiet. My life is stress. You see me, I'm rolling around with fucking security teams, and I got problems, and they're after me, and when I come home to my chick, the last thing I want to do is have to handle anything. I want her to just sit the fuck down and her make me happy. She used to be my positive energy. She used to be my sunshine in the rainstorm.
Okay.
So you're talking about him handle you. I don't know. I can't answer the question exactly, but if you're sitting there constantly arguing over small points or correcting him or that, he's probably thinking, this is a battle. I don't have the energy for another fight.
That's every fucking man. Oh, you're cheating on me, bitch. I just came home from work. Oh, can you please give me some peace and quiet before I kill everybody in this motherfucker? Okay? That's it be like that some damn time. Oh, but you ain't text me all day, bitch, because I've been busy at work busting my ass. Okay? Oh, but you don't care about me. You don't think I'm beautiful. You don't say that I'm beautiful. Bitch, I'm sitting here cooking my own motherfucking food after working all motherfucking day while your ass is sitting up here laying at the house. What the hell? Come on now. And you sitting here talking about cheating, bitch. God damn. Women need to be our peace. God damn it. We deal with enough. The world is already tough. We're expected so much for y'all to not give a fuck. So guess what? I'm spitting bars out here like I don't give a fuck. And I just fucked up. Okay. I'm getting loopy. It's about that time of the motherfucking night. But before I go, I gotta ask, Grandma, how was the show? And what do you think about hoes out there?
Come on now, do it!
Let's say create Holla on OnlyFans.
So I line up the dicks and such tonight.
What? See Holla?
Eeny, miny, mo. Come on, baby, bring some mo.
Let's go. Okay. All right, Grandma. I see you doing your thing. That's how you deal with the hoes. Okay. Or the Joes, I would say. Line them up and suck them up. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going on damn near a minute, 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is 2 hours and 23 minutes. I'm finna end the show because I got to go. God damn it. I got to eat something, take my fat black ass to bed, and then watch my child in the morning. Hey, man, God bless y'all. I hope I helped y'all come to an understanding whether or not you are a hoe or a housewife. Okay? And at the end of the day, don't be delusional, guys. Don't play these games. Women, stop playing these games. If you came to men straight up, things would be so much easier. If you actually held yourself at the right standards, things would be so much easier. It wouldn't be as difficult. We wouldn't have so many divorced people, and we wouldn't have so many single people. There are more women, believe it or not, than there are men. So what the fuck is the problem? And if that's the case, why can't we have multiple of you guys? Listen, I got to go. Because I really see my true colors out here. I'ma holler at your bastards. Amen and good night. Okay?
Looking at this. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 let me holler at you, 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 let me holler at you. Holla, 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 holla.
speaking on what you heard. I'm striving while I'm fighting to achieve my fucking goals. I'm so obsessed with the quest that it is.
By the way, this is the longest motherfucking show I done never had in my entire motherfucking life. This is the longest show. Hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. God bless you motherfuckers. Fuck everybody in the name of the Lord. Okay, goodbye, y'all.